Welcome to music lesson number 5. Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, yes hello everybody. Hello everybody, hello. So you see I can clap. What else can I do? What would you like to do? Pat? We can pat? Ready? And hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, yes hello everybody. Hello everybody, hello. I bet you could knock on the guitar. All right, here we go. Let's try it. Have Mr. Nelson knock on the guitar. Ready? And hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, yes hello everybody. Hello everybody, hello. What's something else we can do? I suppose we could always stomp. That's a good one, right? Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, hello. Hello everybody, hello everybody. Hello everybody, hello. Hello. Do you remember last week we sang a song called Little Red Wagon Painted Blue? Little red wagon painted blue. Little red wagon painted blue. Little red wagon painted blue. Skip to Baloo, my darling. Well, that type of song is called a folk song, which is usually a very simple tune with words that are easy to change, and sometimes you even play a game with it. Remember we came up with Skip, Skip to My Lou, or Flies in the Buttermilk, or Lost My Partner. Can change the words, it can be a game, it doesn't have to be a game. Well, I have a different folk song to teach you today, and it might be one that you know, again, and I haven't been able to find the story behind it, or the history behind it. It's called Roll That Brown Jug Down to Town. Ready? And roll that brown jug down to town, roll that brown jug down to town, roll that brown jug down to town so early in the morning. So pretty simple. It kind of sounds a little bit the same as Little Red Wagon. And I'm not sure what roll the brown jug down to town might mean. I'm wondering if you have any ideas. Let's sing it again. Let's think about it. Ready? And roll that brown jug down to town, roll that brown jug down to town, roll that brown jug down to town so early in the morning. Oftentimes people were living in the country. What would they do early in the morning? Maybe a farmer rolling milk down to town, or maybe somebody with honey? What do you think? Whatever it is, they're rolling it down early in the morning. Somebody is rolling a brown jug down to town early in the morning. And you could come up with new words for this one too, if you wanted to. Let's sing it one more time. Ready? Oh, wait, you know what I was gonna do? I was gonna put new words to it. We're outside, it's a beautiful day, and I bet you're noticing things like green plants coming up and buds coming out on the tree. And we could even sing, watch those green plants coming up so early in the springtime. Why don't we try that? Ready? And watch the green plants coming up. Watch those green plants coming up. Watch those green plants coming up so early in the spring. That works. I bet you could come up with a lot of different words for it. So why don't you be creative this week? Okay, for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking a little bit about orchestra. 2 weeks ago, we visited with George to the Sydney, Australia Orchestra and looked at all the instruments, or a lot of them. Last week, I had Caroline show you her viola. Now, in the orchestra, there are 4 different families, and the string family is the biggest one. So we started with a viola, or I could have shown you a violin, or a cello, or a bass. Those are all part of the string family. Another family in the orchestra are woodwinds. Most of them are made of wood, and most of them use a reed. My reed is actually two reeds put together with this string here. All right, we string these two pieces of cane together, and then when I blow, the pieces of cane vibrate and it makes the noise. Now, I can play the reed all by myself. I mean, all by itself, not all by myself. And that sounds kind of funny. But now if you kind of look at the oboe itself here, I left it in 3 different pieces because usually you see an instrument put all together. But many of them, especially in the woodwind family, come apart so that you can put it in your case. So it just goes together very carefully, fitting all these keys together. Now you notice this is black and has silver keys and looks an awful lot like what many people would know as the clarinet. But let me tell you, this is not a clarinet. This is an oboe. Now it has keys, and I press them down, so it's not like the strings with a bow. I have keys that I press down to make the different notes. Now you'll also want to remember, and this is just a little piece of trivia, the orchestra tunes to the oboe. So what happens when you're at a concert is the oboist will give an A, and the violin, the first chair violin, will tune, and then everybody tunes to the concertmaster. But really, it's up to the oboist to have a nice A that's in tune. So let me just play you a little bit of my oboe. Okay, we have a new song to warm up our voices and get our bodies moving a little bit. So I want you to stand up and do the motions to this song. It's very, very easy. You just have to know knife, fork, spoon, spatula, which is kind of the same as fork, except you're going to go ch-ch-ch. All right, so it's knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. Okay, so let's sing it together. Here we go. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. Did you get it? Easy. How about a little faster? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula, ch-ch-ch. Faster, you say? All right. What do you think, Blue? Can you even see Blue? You see him there? Say hi, Blue. All right. Blue's not doing it. Here we go. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula. Ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula. Ch-ch-ch. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon. I'm a knife, fork, spoon, spatula. Ch-ch-ch. I'm out here with my dogs, and we are listening to the sounds of nature. There's lots of sounds in the spring, and it's always fun to come outside on a nice day and listen for them. So I've got some sounds for us to listen to, but first I'm going to tell you what the sounds are going to be. The first sound we're going to hear is a bee. The second sound we're going to hear is a robin. Remember, the robin has a nice red breast, so he's easy to see in the spring. Next, we're going to listen to a blue jay. blue jays are also pretty easy to spot because they're, yep, blue. Oopsie. Then we're going to listen to a chipmunk. I don't have very many chipmunks in my woods. We've just got squirrels. But maybe you have chipmunks in your yard and in your neighborhood. You can listen for them. Then we're going to listen to, wow, I tried to make these so it'd be smooth. Then we're going to listen to leaves. Now I know that sounds funny in the spring because we usually think of crunchy leaves as being in the fall. But if your yard is like mine, I've tried to get rid of a lot of the leaves, but they're still kind of in the way of some of my green plants. And they make a crunchy, I'm in the way, they make a crunchy sound. We're going to listen to some crunchy leaves. And then the last sound we're going to listen to is the Canada goose, flying back north for the summer. So listen well. The last thing I'm going to leave you with today is a recording of a choir singing a song called All Things Bright and Beautiful. Because there's so many things that are bright and beautiful in our world that God makes. He creates all things, and all things He created good. And it's a beautiful time of year. So I want you to go outside and notice all the bright and wonderful things that the Lord our God has made. The man who wrote this song is named John Rutter, and he's an amazing composer who's still alive today. The River Tree Choirs sang one of his songs last spring, but not this one. So I hope you enjoy it.